God is working it out for you. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're here today. If you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our family. Now, today's video is going to be something really special. We're talking about a powerful truth that I believe can change your perspective, and it's something that can give you peace. God is working it out for you. You might be going through a tough season, feeling stuck, or questioning whether things will ever turn around. You might wonder if God even cares about your situation. But I'm here to remind you today that God is working it out for you, even if you can't see it yet. So, grab your coffee, sit back, and relax as we dive into this topic, and remember that God is always at work, even when we don't see it. We're going to talk about God's timing, His control over our lives, how He's using your struggles for your good, and much more, all backed by powerful Bible verses. Let's go ahead and dive in. Part 1: Understanding God's Timing. Alright, let's start by talking about something that can be so hard to grasp: God's timing. How many times have you found yourself saying, "God, why is this taking so long?" Maybe it's a prayer you've been praying for months or even years. Maybe it's a breakthrough in your career or a relationship you're waiting on to heal. And in those moments, it's easy to feel like God is silent, or worse, that He's forgotten you. But here's the truth: God's timing is always perfect. When you plant a seed in the ground, you don't expect it to sprout overnight, right? You water it, you wait for it, and eventually, it grows into something beautiful. And it's the same with your life. You might not see the growth happening right now, but trust me, God is doing something behind the scenes. Take a look at this verse from the Bible. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1, "To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven." This verse is such a powerful reminder that everything has its time. You might be waiting for something to happen, but that waiting season is part of God's plan. The waiting is not wasted. Remember, just because you can't see the progress doesn't mean it's not happening. God is moving in ways you might not even recognize right now, but soon enough, His work will be revealed. And when it does, you'll see that His timing was exactly what you needed. Part 2: God is in control. Now, let's talk about something else that can bring a lot of peace: God's control over your life. We live in a world where we're often taught to take control of everything, right? We're encouraged to be self-sufficient, to have it all together, and to make sure our lives follow a certain plan. And while it's good to take responsibility for your actions, there's something even more powerful at work in your life: God's sovereignty. God is in control, even when it seems like things are falling apart. You might feel overwhelmed by what's happening, but I want you to hold on to this truth: God is still in control. He sees everything you're going through, and He has the power to turn it all around. Take a look at this Bible verse that reminds us of God's control. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your paths." This is such a beautiful verse because it shows that even when we don't understand what's happening, we can trust that God is guiding us. We don't have to know every detail or have every answer. All we need to do is trust and acknowledge Him, and He will guide our steps. So, if you're feeling like things are out of your hands, just know that God has your life in His hands. He is guiding you and directing your path, even in the most uncertain times. Part 3: Your struggles are temporary. I know that life isn't always smooth sailing. There are struggles, challenges, and tough seasons that can feel like they will never end. You might be facing a financial challenge, a health issue, or something that just feels overwhelming. But here's something that will help you keep going: your struggles are temporary. Even when it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, remember that this moment is not permanent. Difficulties and hardships are part of life, but they don't last forever. I want to share a verse with you that can really bring comfort in difficult times. 2 Corinthians 4 verse 17, "For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all." Yes, the struggles might seem heavy, but the Bible reminds us that they are light and momentary compared to the eternal glory that God has for us. Your current difficulties are preparing you for something greater that's ahead. Think about it like this: the rain doesn't last forever, and after the storm, the sun always shines again. Your current struggles are like the rain, but the beautiful, bright future God has for you is the sunshine that's coming. Part 4: Trusting God's Plan for Your Life. Let's talk about God's plan for your life. This is something that will truly help you trust the process. It's so easy to feel lost, especially when life doesn't seem to be going according to your plan. But God has a plan for you, and it's a good one. Here's a verse that really speaks to God's plan for us. Jeremiah 29 verse 11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." Isn't that beautiful? God is not setting you up for failure. He's setting you up for success. Even if you don't understand where your life is headed right now, trust that He is working everything out for your good. He is leading you, guiding you, and opening doors at just the right time. And remember, His plan is always better than anything we could plan for ourselves. So even when things seem uncertain, you can rest assured that God is always working it out for your benefit. Part 5: How to Stay Hopeful While Waiting. Now, let's talk about how to stay hopeful when you're in the waiting period. It's hard, isn't it? Waiting for something to happen, for prayers to be answered, can sometimes feel like the hardest part of the journey. But faith is what will keep you going. Here's a Bible verse that speaks to that. Romans 8 verse 28, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." This verse is such a reminder that God is working everything for your good, everything, even the things that don't make sense right now. It might not look like it, but God is orchestrating things behind the scenes, and the outcome will be for your benefit. So, while you're waiting, keep your faith. Trust that God is working things out, even when you can't see it. And remember, His ways are higher than our ways. Part 6: Encouragement in Difficult Times. Sometimes, we just need encouragement to keep going. Life can be tough, but God is always with you. He will never leave you, no matter what you're facing. That's His promise to you. Here's a powerful Bible verse to remind you of that. Hebrews 13 verse 5, "Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you." You might feel alone in your struggles, but God is right there with you. He hasn't abandoned you, and He's not leaving you to go through this alone. He's walking through it with you, helping you every step of the way. Part 7: Real-life examples. Let's talk about some real-life examples of how people trusted God in difficult times and saw Him work things out. One woman shared how she lost her job, but she remained faithful in prayer. After months of searching, she found an even better job, one that she loved, and that paid more than her previous position. Another man shared his testimony of struggling with his health, but through his faith in God and the support of family, he saw complete healing. God was working behind the scenes, even when he didn't see it right away. Keep believing. As we wrap up today's video, I want to leave you with one final thought: keep believing. No matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it gets, don't lose hope. God is working it out for you. Here's one last Bible verse that I want to share with you as encouragement. Isaiah 55 verses 8 to 9, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways and my thoughts than your thoughts." Remember, God's ways are higher than ours. Even when we don't understand, we can trust that He is always at work for our good. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're encouraged, leave a comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. God bless you all, and remember, He is working it out for you.